Service marketing in banking sector. Marketing in banking. Marketing approach in banking sector has taken significance nowadays. New banking perceptiveness oriented towards market has influenced banks to create new market. Banks has started to perform marketing and planning techniques in banking in order to be able to offer their new service efficiently. Marketing scope in banking sector should be considered under the service marketing framework. Which performs marketing strategy is the case which is determination of the place of financial institutions on customers' mind. Bank marketing does not only include service selling of the bank but also is the function which gets personality and image for bank on its customers' mind. On the other hand, financial marketing is the function which relates differences and non-similar applications between financial institutions and judgment standards of their customers. The reasons for marketing scope to have importance in banking and for banks to interest in marketing in different subjects. Change in demographic structure. Differentiation of populations in the number and composition affect quality and attributes of customer whom benefits from banking services. Intense competitions in financial service sector. The competition between intense due to the growing international banking perceptiveness and recently being non-limiting for new enterprises in the sector. Increase in liberalization of interest rates has intensified the competitions. Banks wish for increasing profit. Banks have to increase their profits to create new markets, to protect and develop their market shares and to survive on the basis of intense competition and demographic chance levels. The marketing comprehension that are performed by banks since 1950 can be shown as in 5 stages. Promotion oriented marketing comprehension. Here, the banks more towards on promotional activities to attract their customers. Marketing comprehension based on having close relations for customers. In this stage, banks preferred to have a good relationship with the customers. They have main concern on customer satisfaction. Reformist marketing comprehension. In this stage, banks transformed different business models to deliver their banking services to the customers. Marketing comprehension that focused on specializing in certain areas. Banks identified particular segments as their target groups and they provide the special services to those selected target markets and satisfy those targets, then the banks achieve their objectives. Research planning and control oriented marketing comprehension. In this stage, banks are more concerned on doing research, market research and customer research. From that research activities, they identified the needs and wants of the customers. From that data, they find many ideas to provide this better services and the preferred services from the customer's point of view. Structure of the bank market. Marketing activities of firms begin with determination of the market that they offer their services or goods. Firms must find out the features of the market that influencing market condition. While marketing manager is arranging the variables under firm's control, he or she should also adopt the external variables. Factors that affect bank's market as technological developments, legal arrangements and competition considered as important. The marketing mix in banking sector. Service. Recently, banks are in a period that they earn money in servicing beyond selling money. The prestige is getting as they offer their services to the big customer market. Like other services, banking services are also intangible. Banking services are about the money in different types and attributes like lending, depositing, and transferring procedures. These intangible services are shaped in contracts. The structure of banking services affects the success of institution in long term. Besides the basic attributes like speed, security, and ease in banking services, the rights like consultancy for services to be compounded are also preferred. Price. The price, which is an important component of marketing mix, is named differently in the base of transaction exchange that it takes place. Banks have to estimate the prices of their services offered. By performing this, they keep their relations with extant customers and take new ones. The prices in banking have names like interest, commissions, and expenses. Price is the sole elements of marketing variable that create earnings while others cause expenditure. While marketing mix elements other than price affect sales volume, price affect both profit and sales volume directly. Banks should be very careful in determining their prices and price policies because mistakes in pricing causes customers shift towards the rivals offering likewise services. Traditionally, banks use three methods called cost plus, transaction volume base, and challenging leader in pricing of their services. Place, distribution. The complexity of banking services is resulted from different kinds of them. The most important feature of banking is the persuasion of customers benefiting from service. Most bank services are complex in attribute, and when this feature join the intangibility characteristics, offerings take also mental intangibility in addition to physical intangibility. On the other hand, value of service and benefits taken from it mostly depend on knowledge, capability, and participation of customers besides features of offerings. This is resulted from the facts that production and consumption have non-separable characteristics in those services. Most researchers argue that those features of banking services make personal interaction between customer and bank obligatory and the direct distribution is the sole alternative. Due to this reason, like preceding applications in recent years, branch offices use traditional method in distribution of banking services. Promotion. One of the most important element of marketing mix of services is promotion, which is consist of personal selling, advertising, public relations, and selling promotional tools. Personal selling. Due to the characteristics of banking services, personal selling is the way that most banks prefer in expanding selling and use of them. Personal selling occurs in two ways. First occurs in a way that customer and banker perform interaction face to face at branch office. In this case, whole personnel, bank employees, chief and office manager takes part in selling. Second occurs in a way that customer representatives go to customer's place. Customer representatives are specialists in bank services to be offered and they shape the relationship between bank and customer. Advertising. Banks have too many goals which they want to achieve. Those goals are for accomplishing the objectives as follows. In a way that banks develop advertising campaigns and use media. Conceive customers to examine all kinds of services that banks offer. Increase use of services. Create well-fit image about banks and services. Change customers' attitudes. Introduce services of banks. Support personal selling and emphasize well service. Advertising media and channels that banks prefer are newspaper, magazines, radio, direct posting, and outdoor ads and TV commercials. In the section of media, target market should be determined and the media that reach this target easily and cheaply must be preferred. Banks should care about the following criteria for selection of media. Which media the target market prefers. Characteristic of service. Content of message. Cost. Situation of rivals advertisement should be mostly educative image making and provide the information about the activities of banks, results, programs, new services. Situation of market, government decisions, future development. The opportunities offered for industry branches whose development meets national benefits. Public relations. Public relations in banking should provide establishing most effective communication system, creating sympathy about relationship between bank and customer, giving broadest information about activities of bank, selling promotional tools. Another element of the promotion mixes of banks is improvement of selling. Mostly used selling improvement tools are layout at selling point, rewarding personal, seminaries, special gift, premiums and contests. Development in marketing scope at the aspects of service marketing. Marketing scope develops day to day. These developments carry special significance for service sector in which customer and service producer interact closely. Network marketing. This approach takes the organization as a sequence which involves producer and customer that market services to each other in the organization. In this structure, the activities of departments that compose organization would be more focused on market. This will also affect the structure of the organization. Relationship marketing. Close relationship was established between producer and customer in service sector. In addition to this, life cycle of a customer relationship was also mentioned under the product outline. According to the researchers, maintaining the relationship for extended customer increases the profit of firms. It should be emphasized that this fact has an importance for service sector. Life cycle of a customer relationship is composed of 3 stages. At the first stage, firms try to be well known and to acquire new customers. At the second stage, the connection between customer and firm has been achieved. During the stage, firm intensified their activities on acquired customers and both of them promises mutually. At the third stage, these promises are accomplished and the service is consumed. During the stage, firms face reality instance, which could possibly achieve satisfaction of customer and continuous relationship. This could be also true for second stage, so these instances should be managed successfully. Implementation of close relations with customers successively and true applications at reality instance could not be accomplished by responsibilities of a marketing personnel. Besides, it should be remembered that consumption and production of service are closely interrelated. At this context, marketing should have role not only in production and consumption between instance, but also at points that these intersect. In this case, 4P that was mentioned at second section would be insufficient. So, we could divide service marketing into 2 parts as specialized functions, marketing mix marketing researches and marketing function buyer-seller interactions. Efforts in the first stage in which customers are not so clear at the customer relationship life cycle could be minimized for lasting customers. This is achieved by successful customer relations. In this approach, marketing may be defined as marketing is for establishing, keeping, developing relationship with customers in a manner that profit is got especially in long term. So, objective of 2 relevant sides would be achieved. This would be accomplished by shared promises and carrying out the promises. Internal marketing. Especially in service sector like external relations, internal relations also have significance. It requires finding and keeping successful personnel for personnel of the organization to be considered their own goals and service situation. Values of the organization are sold to them. The communication techniques carried out for customers are also performed for the personnel in internal marketing, and these 2 techniques go together. For example, the advertisement that aims creating firm's image should be prepared with regarding to audience which is composed of firm's personnel. In this video lesson, you learned marketing in banking sector, Banks' interest in marketing in different subjects, the different stages of marketing comprehensions, structure of bank market, marketing mix in banking sector, development in marketing scope at the aspects of service marketing, especially relationship marketing and internal marketing. Thank you.